Hey all my Irishmen, this is Sean of Nintendo. Welcome to another episode of Let's Interview, a series where I will take different YouTubers, Let's Players, anyone who you want, we'll interview them, you guys can get to know them, they get a bit more publicity. I gotta write that down next time. Who do we have today?
What's up guys, this is TrailMixBlazer.
How are you doing today, Trail?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm tired, I'm hungry, dinner's gonna be ready soon, so we won't bulge through it though, guys. We'll make sure we get you a good episode. Are you ready for the questions?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, we'll start off. I keep wording this wrong. We'll have you tell everyone a bit about your channel.
Alright, well, I'm a Let's Player. I've been Let's Playing off and on for nearly 2 years. I've completed Let's Plays of Backyard Baseball 2001 and Star Fox Assault. And right now, I am Let's Playing Pokemon Ruby, and I'm about to start up another Let's Play that I'm going to be doing alongside that one. I'm going to be doing that really soon. So I'm primarily a Let's Player. I also do some other things on the side. I have a video series with my brother, who goes by the username Darth Dudicus, where we play against each other in various games about once a month. I've also done an online Super Smash Bros. Brawl tournament called the World Cup of Brawl, which, by the way, Sean of Nintendo participated in.
And got my ass royally handed to me by Marls.
Yeah, that's how it...
That match was good, though.
It was. Yeah, that's actually how I came to know Sean. But anyway, I did that. Might do something like that again in the future. And then from time to time I'll upload online matches with my friends which feature commentary. So basically I'm just a guy who posts video game footage and commentates over it and just tries to have fun with it and make new friends.
And fun is the most important part.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good answer for that one. Now, for the next question, and I've personally wanted to know this myself, how did you come up with your YouTube name, TrailMixBlazer?
Okay, it's a bit complicated, but it was the first name I came up with when I was trying to think of something clever. When I decided I wanted to create a Let's Play channel, I wanted to LP a variety of different games from many different consoles and genres. So I started thinking about it, and then somehow I thought of myself as a trailblazer, somebody who marks paths in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of fitting since some of the games I wanted to Let's Play might, be unfamiliar to some people. Well, then I thought, well, I'm going to be mixing up the gaming on my channel, and that got me to thinking about Trail Mix, the type of snack. So I'm like, well, okay, Trail Mix, Trailblazer, what if I try putting those together? Trail Mix Blazer. Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. So, so yeah, I just kind of went with that. I thought it was sounding cool, it was unique, it didn't have any numbers in it, that was the big thing. I liked how that sounded, and it kind of represents what I want to do with my channel.
Okay, that's good. That's an interesting story.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're back. Really sorry about that. Skype call had disconnected, unfortunately. But we'll go back to the question, which is, we want to know Trail's opinion on the one layout.
Yeah, so basically, I hate it. I really don't understand why YouTube keeps finding the need to mess with things that don't need fixing. I really hate the fact that they're getting rid of channel backgrounds. I mean, yeah, everybody gets a banner now, but I think backgrounds look better, to be honest, and there's more you can do with them.
Yeah.
And that white one that's being forced on everybody just makes all the channels look way too similar, in my opinion. And even worse, I've heard that the banners are actually more difficult to make than the backgrounds themselves. Like, there's really weird formatting requirements or something. I don't know all the details, but... yeah, other things, I don't like how the About Me section is, like, hidden in that little discussion tab. I liked when it was right next to the video, the featured video, so you could just look over there and read it. Then I don't like the way the videos are organized. It kind of, on a lot of people's channels, it just looks like a jumbled mess. Even though I haven't used it personally, because I'm holding out until YouTube forces me to do it, because I don't want to give in. They have to hold me down and do it. Yeah, it's kind of my way of rebelling against them, but, yeah, but I can already tell I'm not going to like using it as much as this one. And I hated the current one, when they switched to that at first, but this one's even worse for me, so yeah. I really don't like it, and what drives me even crazier is YouTube is just blatantly ignoring any of the complaints about it, because the response to this layout seems to be overwhelmingly negative, and YouTube's just like, meh, I don't care. We're just gonna keep going. So yeah, that really bothers me. I just wish they would stop trying to fix things that aren't broken.
I think the main reason they've actually switched over to this layout, and what I've noticed is in the banner they kind of display different kind of computer platforms like iPhones and Androids and tablets. I think the main reason they're probably making it is to make YouTube a bit more accessible on more devices.
Yeah,
probably the reason.
They might be making it more accessible for those people, but they're not making it more accessible for the actual content creators themselves. It's making things more difficult.
Oh well, I guess we'll all see what happens. Maybe they'll make another new layout.
Oh
no
yeah,
doubt
they will. In fact, I'm willing to bet next time we won't have any banners at all. Everybody's channel's gonna look the same.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question anyway, and that is, what inspired you to start Let's Playing?
Well, I first became aware of Let's Playing during the Konjapi incident. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that.
I remember that, alright.
Yeah, for those who haven't, it was basically when famous Let's Players accounts were getting suspended because of false flagging. And it was through that when I first became aware of Chugga Conroy and Nintendo Capri Sun. And then after Chugga's videos started coming back up, I started watching his videos, and I really liked them. Now there are other Let's Players like Dark Minded Sith, Slim Kirby, Proton John, several others that have influenced me, but really Chugga Conroy is my main inspiration. He was the first one that I watched, and to this day I still think he's one of my favorite Let's Players and one of my favorite YouTubers in general. So yeah, if I had to give just one answer, it'd be Chugga Conroy. I know it's a generic answer.
I know what you mean. Chugga Conroy is kind of like, you either really like him or you just don't like him at all. Like, personally, I don't have anything against the guy. It's just I never really got into his videos that much.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you would like him, you know, I can understand why you would.
Even if you don't like his videos that much, he's a really nice guy.
A very busy guy as well.
Indeed.
Okay, so was this your very first YouTube channel?
No, it wasn't. My first YouTube channel, I actually mostly made videos that speculated about the next game in the Super Smash Bros. Series. This was even before they announced it at E3 a couple years back, because we knew it was coming because the series is too big. But yeah, that was mostly what I did. I made videos speculating about that game. I would make character rosters based on who I thought was going to be in the game, talk about the potential movesets for characters and other related things. I eventually got sick of that because it was the same thing over and over again, so I'm like, I don't really care about this anymore.
Did any of your predictions come true?
Well, the game hasn't come out yet, so I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, like, for Brawl. Did you do Brawl predictions?
No, I didn't do Brawl predictions. There were characters that I kind of wanted to see. Some of them actually got into the game, like Wolf, for instance. I was really surprised, very pleasantly surprised when Wolf got in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I did on my channel. I eventually got sick of doing that. Then I started doing some other random things on that channel, different random ideas that came to mind. Then eventually I got the idea to start Let's Playing, and that's when I made my current channel.
Okay, cool. Okay, for the next question, we want to know, when you're using your other channels box on your channel, do you primarily reserve it for friends, channels you enjoy, or a mix of both?
Well, pretty much all the people I have in my box are friends of mine, and I talk to a lot of them on a regular basis. But I do enjoy watching their videos, and I do try to keep up with them, so really most of the people in my box are both friends and channels I enjoy, so yeah, it's kind of people who happen to be both.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, for the next question, what was the very first game you ever played?
The first real video game that I remember playing is Super Mario Bros. 3. I first played that when I was 4 years old. It was on my parents' old NES, which we still have, and it will work if you try hard enough. Yeah, but I was instantly hooked. Mario is still one of my favorite game franchises to this day. Mario Bros. 3 is always going to hold a special place in my heart. First game I actually owned was Mario Kart 64. When I first got my Nintendo 64, and I still really love that game too, so Yeah, Mario Bros. 3, first one I played, but Mario Kart 64 was the first one I actually owned.
You know, guys, we could probably title this video as the most interrupted one so far, anyway.
Yeah, we're only like a third through the questions so far.
But we'll keep rolling through, and for the next question we want to know, is there any gaming franchise you'd like to get into?
There are tons of gaming franchises that I want to get into. In fact, I have so many games piled up that I haven't played yet, it's not even funny. Some of the franchises that I really want to start getting into are Portal, Sly Cooper, and Metroid.
Ooh, I like that last one.
Oh yeah, I knew you would.
Have you played any Metroid games before?
No, Metroid Prime, the first one for the GameCube, is one of the games that I own but haven't gotten around to playing yet.
Oh, you have the GameCube version.
Yeah, I found it in GameStop for like $4. I'm like, well, I can't pass that up.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll go on to the next question now, and that is, what is the worst game you've ever played?
Ugh. Well, I've played a few really bad games in my day. But I think probably the worst game that I've ever played is Kids Sports International Soccer for the Wii. That's kids with a Z instead of an S.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's terrible. A lot of the controls are actually motion controls. Like, to try to tackle somebody, you have to swing the Wii remote and the nunchuck downwards, and it doesn't work most of the time. To shoot, you have to like hold the Wiimote and nunchuck up. And it does like a lob shot instead of actually shooting the ball. And the AI knows how to pull off this crazy trick shot that always goes in. It's a horrible game. If you ever see it, just ignore it. Don't play it.
Okay, that would be an interesting one to add to the list.
Yeah, it's terrible.
For our next question, anyway, we want to know: is there any game you'd like to let's play right now but can't?
Well, there are some systems that I would like to do let's plays on, like the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the Wii U, the HD game consoles. I want to do let's plays on those, but I don't have any HD recording equipment at the moment. I'm hoping to get an Elgato pretty soon, and when I get that, then I could let's play games on those systems. But I can't. But I don't have that right now. I could hook it up with my standard definition recording software, but it won't look as good.
Yeah.
So I want to get an HD capture device before I can let's play those games. And there will probably be some games on the 3DS that I would like to let's play at some point. I do have a DS capture. I do have a DS capture card, but I don't have a 3DS capture card yet, so I can't do anything. Yeah. So I don't have a 3DS capture card yet, though. But
oh man, I didn't know there were DS ones.
Yeah. Some guy started making them custom made. There's a website where you can get them. It works pretty well. I'm still experimenting with it to get the most out of the quality, because I've had some problems with the recording software dropping a lot of frames. I'm still experimenting with it, but the capture card itself works pretty well. It's pretty nice.
Okay, cool. So move on to the next question. That is, who are some of your favorite Let's Players or just YouTubers?
Well, there are a lot of friends that I've made on YouTube who also happen to be Let's Players. These include Mr. Game and Pichu, Captain Play Guy, Lord Jackal, Tale of the Toaster, Stelio78910, guys like that who also happen to be YouTubers. But aside from them, there are also a lot of other Let's Players that I enjoy watching. Shugga Conroy, Proton John, Nintendo Capri Sun, and their collab channel, the Runaway Guys. Slim Kirby and Grand Pyromania, those are some of the Let's Players that I really enjoy watching. For non-Let's Players, I don't know if you've ever heard of Josh Scorcher. I like watching a lot of his videos. I think he can be kind of funny sometimes.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a countdown artist mostly. But there's him. There's another channel called Rich Alvarez, which was actually the very first YouTube channel I ever subscribed to. He did a live-action Super Mario Brothers series that ran on for like 5 years. It's called Stupid Mario Brothers. Yeah, although it's not as bad as it sounds. It's actually kind of funny, and later on it actually gets kind of epic. Yeah, that series isn't running anymore, but he still does some stuff from time to time. I still like watching his videos. And another YouTube channel that I really like watching is Team 4-Star.
Oh yes, I love their bridge series for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I actually like watching Team 4-Star a lot more than watching the actual Dragon Ball Z show.
Okay, move on to the next question anyway, and that is, what's your recording setup like, and what equipment and software do you use?
Okay, well, for recording off of video game consoles, my capture card is a Dazzle. It's pretty standard, it's a good price, and it works pretty well. Then for capturing the footage, I use Pinnacle Studio, which comes with the Dazzle, which is pretty nice because the Dazzle's like only $55 or something. Although I happen to already have Pinnacle Studio before I got the Dazzle, so now I have 2 copies.
Very nice.
Yeah, but I had Pinnacle Studio for other things before that. But Pinnacle Studio works pretty well. I rarely have a problem with it. It's also an editing program. It's not as fancy as like Sony Vegas or some of the other big budget editing programs out there, but it works pretty well. For screen capture, a program that I've used in the past is Debut Video Capture Software.
Oh, yes.
It is a retail program, but I have the free version, which has fewer features. However, the problem with that is when I was trying to record my first Let's Play Backyard Baseball with it on the computer, the only video formats that it would let me record in are AVI, which, since I was recording 45 minutes to an hour at a time, the video files were enormous. So I'm like, okay, I can't do that.
Oh, man.
And the other one was WMV, and for whatever reason, Pinnacle Studio did not like it whenever I try to put a WMV file in there. It just comes up with a question mark on the screen, and it doesn't like it for whatever reason. So I had to resort to using Windows Movie Maker to edit that LP.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, that was not fun. So I'm hoping to upgrade to another screen capture program. I've heard Camtasia's good, and I know it's free. I tried downloading it once, I couldn't figure out how to use it, but I might try that pretty soon. Especially, I'm sort of giving out a hint here to what my next LP that I'm going to start up real soon is. It is going to be on the PC, so I gotta find a good screen capture program that I can actually edit stuff in Pinnacle Studio with.
Okay.
Now for audio, the main audio tool that I use to record my solo Let's Play videos is a Plantronics gaming headset. It's pretty good. Not the highest quality headset in the world, but I think it's pretty good. It's what I'm using right now.
Yeah, it just sounds pretty good too.
Yeah. It pops every now and then, but it's pretty good. And then when I'm recording with more than one person in the room, like when I'm recording my series with Darth Dudicus, which I forgot to say what the name of that was. I call it Bro versus Bro. When I record with him, for instance, I use a blue snowball. I know it's a higher quality than what I'm using right now, but I like using headsets because they're a little more comfortable, and the blue snowball can pick up some unwanted background noise sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty good mic. And then for recording audio, I know a lot of people use Audacity. I used to record with Audacity, but I actually ran into a couple problems with it. I would record it and it would skip my audio track ever so slightly, but it would be enough to throw off the synchronization with the video. So that kind of annoyed me. And then it was during my Backyard Baseball LP. I would record like a nearly hour-long episode, and then Audacity crashed. So then I had to go into the recover files and throw everything together, and it was like all the recovery files were like only 5 seconds long, so I would have to splice them all back together again, and that took forever.
Oh man.
It happened once. I did that once. Then it happened again. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. And then I went and got WavePad, which I really haven't had a problem with recording. It's never really skipped over any audio. I rarely have a problem with that. So that's what I used to record audio. But since I'm using the free version of WavePad as well, I can't edit my audio track very much. So I still use Audacity to edit my audio track since I can do more with it.
Yeah.
So, and then I already mentioned I have a DS capture card in one of my DSs, which I'm still tinkering with. So yeah,
okay.
that was kind of a long, detailed answer, but that's pretty much all the equipment that I use, because I let's play a lot of different things. You need different setups for different systems and such.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the next question. That is, what's your biggest drive to Let's Play?
Biggest drive? Well, honestly, the main reason I Let's Play is because I want to have fun. You know, I like playing video games and recording them and looking back on playthroughs. I like yelling at my TV. You know, I like making others laugh. I like showing them new games. And it's good practice for video editing too, because I would like to go into film one day, actually as a career. So videos like this is real good practice for editing and such. So yeah, those are pretty much my drives. But first and foremost is just having fun.
Exactly. Okay, so for the next question, what's your favorite Let's Play that you've done or are currently doing?
That would probably have to be either Star Fox Assault or my current Let's Play Pokemon Ruby. Star Fox Assault was a lot of fun to do. It was a short, simple game, but I really liked how that Let's Play turned out. Pokemon Ruby for me is off and on. Sometimes I'm really into it and I really like what I've done, and I think I've gotten a lot of real positive response from that Let's Play. But I am trying to be kind of detailed with it and treating it almost like a walkthrough. So there are some times where I'm like, oh man, this is really hard. I don't feel like doing this right now, but but when I actually do get involved in it and I do feel like doing it, I really, really like it. So it's probably either that or Star Fox.
Okay.
But then again, I've only done 3 Let's Plays, coming up on 4, so.
You know, guys, we can definitely mark this as the most interrupted video so far. We're really sorry about this. Trail wins the award for this one. But we'll move on to the next question, and that is there any regret you have with any of your past Let's Plays?
Oh gosh. Almost all the time, whenever I upload a video, there's something that I regret. There's something where I think, oh, I could have done this differently, or oh, I forgot to add this transition, you know, stuff like that. It's mostly minor things. But most of my first Let's Play, Backyard Baseball, is kind of regrettable. A lot of people, when they first start Let's Playing, really aren't very enthusiastic, and then they kind of learn over time they need to be more enthusiastic.
Yeah.
In my first Let's Play, I was too enthusiastic. I was yelling way too much. It was really crazy, and a lot of times when I watch those videos, I just groan. That Let's Play was way too long. It was really repetitive. There were some good moments in there, but yeah, most of that Let's Play I just kind of regret, because it was really long. It was kind of ridiculous how crazy I was getting over just, oh yay my guy got a walk to first, you know.
He won, yeah.
It's ball 4. We're gonna walk. Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Except multiply the volume level by 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically that. But I mean, it was my first Let's Play.
Yeah, everyone's first is usually bad.
Yeah, most people's Let's Plays are first Let's Play is shaky at best, and I like to think that I've learned from that. So.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
a good learning experience, if nothing else.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question, and that is, what's your opinion on the Let's Play community today?
Well, I think it kind of varies from person to person. There are some people who are genuinely entertaining and really care about their viewers, and then there are other people who seem mostly just to care about the money and don't really care much about their viewers at all. So it kind of varies, but in my own circle of friends, we do have a really good community. We all support each other, we offer constructive criticism. I've made a lot of really good friends through Let's Playing and just being on YouTube in general. And then as a whole, I actually think the Let's Play community is better than a lot of people seem to think it is. Especially lately, because we see a lot of people collaborating with each other, doing some really cool projects with each other and stuff. So, generally, even though there is some bad stuff, I think the good outweighs the bad, at least based on what I've seen.
Okay, it's a good answer. Alright, we'll move on to the next question, and that is there any advice you'd like to give to other Let's Players out there, or just YouTubers who are starting out, need a bit of advice?
Well, I will concentrate mostly on Let's Players here. One thing I will say is I would make sure that you have a good recording setup. It doesn't have to be top-notch, like you don't have to go get the highest, the most expensive capture card or microphone or whatever. But just make sure it's good and your video quality is good enough so that you can see everything that's going on. Like, don't use a camcorder and point it at the screen. That always looks terrible. Just make sure you have a decent capture card, like the Dazzle, for instance. It's cheap and it looks pretty good.
It's a good starting point.
Yeah, really good starting point. You should also make sure your audio is clear and not very distracting, because a lot of people seem to forget to edit their audio tracks. So you want to take time to get rid of white noise, compress the track, make some other little tweaks that can really be helpful and make things easier for those listening. But of course, most importantly, you need to have fun. If you're not having fun, there's very little point in doing it. I remember there was one Let's Play that I did. It was Mario Party 3. And I started doing that last year, and I had a lot of problems with that Let's Play, which I won't go into here, but I was just having a ton of trouble with it, and it got to the point where I just wasn't having fun with it anymore at all, so I just stopped. I'm like, what's the point of doing this if I'm not having fun? So if you're not having fun, and if you're not having fun while you're recording, it will show in your commentary. People will be able to tell that you're not having fun with it anymore. So, this is a hobby. I mean, obviously for some people they've kind of turned it into a career of sorts, but, if you're just doing it if you're just doing it for a hobby, just make sure you're having fun with it. If it's not fun, then just stop.
Alright, good answer. Okay, move on to, guys. We're coming pretty close to the end of this now. We're going to tone down to the more, laid-back questions again. We want to know, what's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon, I know it's a starter Pokemon, so it's a bit unoriginal, but my favorite is Infernape. Or Infernape, however you want to pronounce it. I call it Infernape. I love that guy. He's awesome. He's basically a monkey that's on fire. He's a fire and fighting type. That's my two favorite Pokemon types combined. He's got really good stats. He's really awesome. He totally kicks butt and manages to look really, really cool while doing it. Blaziken's firefighting too, and he's pretty cool, but I don't know. I've always liked Infernape more. I'm not sure why. I guess it's because he learned some better stuff, and I like monkeys. So yeah. Infernape's my favorite Pokemon. There's plenty of other Pokemon that I really like, but if I could choose just one, it'd be Infernape.
Okay, good answer. Okay, guys, second last question here now. We want to know, and everyone knows, personal favorite of mine again, and that is, what is one embarrassing fact about yourself?
Oh boy. Yeah, I've been dreading this question. Well, I guess my embarrassing fact is I have been mistaken for a girl multiple times. Both on the internet and in real life, because as you can tell, I kind of have a bit of a high-pitched voice, so I could pass as a girl voice, I guess, apparently, to some people.
If you really knock up the pitch.
Yeah, and I kind of have long hair too, sort of. So I've had, like, for instance, like, I've driven up in the fast food drive-through, and I've had people mistakenly think that I'm a girl at first glance.
But he said, like, would you like a drink with that, ma'am?
Yeah. Like, I had like there was one guy who was like, hello, ma'am," and then he realized I had a little bit of stubble on my chin, and he's like, "Oh, hello, sir."
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's mostly because of my voice, I guess. That's what people seem to think. I've had people on YouTube mistake me for a girl before too. They've had to ask, "Are you a boy or are you a girl?" I'm like, "I thought I'm a boy. I thought that was obvious, but apparently not."
If you want to know something funny, the very first time I ever, like, heard one of Justin Bieber's songs, I think it was that Baby song, because it was back when I was like, it was in this talent competition. They put like a video together and they were playing Justin Bieber song in the background of like the little collaboration of people playing, and I thought he was a girl.
My mom thought the exact same thing the first time she heard his voice.
So don't worry, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know I don't know if I like being compared to Justin Bieber though.
Oh. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm used to it at this point.
Okay, we'll move on to the second last question now, and that is, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but it's just, is there any question you'd like me to add into future episodes that I didn't ask in this one?
Well, I have actually thought about this. I do think it would be kind of cool if for every interviewee you asked some sort of question that's specific to them and their videos. Like, you, like, before, when you review everybody's channels before they come on the show, you take a look at their thing and you notice one thing about it that kind of stands out and just sort of ask them about that. Like, for instance, if it were me, look at something in my Pokemon Ruby Let's Play and you find that and be like, where'd you get the idea for this or something? I think that would be kind of cool.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, and it would make things a little more personal for everybody.
Okay, that's a good answer. Alright, so guys, we're coming to the end of this now, and for the last question, a bit of personal feedback from me. How did you like this interview?
I really liked it. This was a lot of fun. Interruptions aside, but it was kind of...
They what made the interview.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of fun answering these questions. Yeah, I really liked it, and the interruptions, even though some people find it annoying, I found it kind of funny.
Okay, thanks. Okay guys, we want to thank you all once again for watching this episode, and again for always supporting this series. We want to thank TrailMixBlazer for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, this was awesome.
Be sure guys, definitely go check out his channel, link in the description box to his channel, Twitter, do you have a Twitter?
I do have a Twitter.
I didn't know you had a Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, link to his Twitter.
Yeah.
And annotations on the screen, all that good stuff. We'll thank you once more guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, so bye for now.
Take care, guys.